Hey guys, Matty Wolin from ShutterRunner.com, and thanks for checking out my photography tutorials. Now before we get into the details of my tutorials, I want to take a minute and explain my approach to learning the art of photography. There are thousands of tutorials on the internet, many of which were created by photographers with more experience and more skill than I have. That being said, I've developed what I think is a unique approach to learning the art of photography that puts an emphasis on producing tangible results quickly and having fun. Now before we get into my 3 principles for learning photography, or what I'm calling my manifesto for learning photography, I want to take a minute and point out that these are just guidelines. They're not hard and fast rules or commandments. We'll break them at times. Remember, the most important point here is that we're having fun. Okay, so in order to follow along with my tutorials, you'll need 3 things. First, a digital SLR camera capable of shooting in RAW mode. Second, a zoom lens, preferably a wide-angle lens, but a kit lens or a mid-range lens will work just fine. And third, a tripod. Okay, so you've got everything needed to follow along. I'd like to take this opportunity to declare the 3 principles for learning the art of photography. Principle number 1, field practice over technical study. While learning the technical components that go into photography is extremely important, nothing beats practice. As we get into the field and we practice, the technical components that go into making a photograph will start to come naturally to us and we'll absorb them. Principle number 2, careful composition over post-processing and rapid fire. So digital photography affords us many advantages over film photography. One of those advantages is the ability to shoot an almost unlimited amount of photographs without any real consequence. While this can be a major advantage for us, it's important not to get carried away and apply a spray and pray or rapid fire approach to photography where we mindlessly click the shutter button hoping that 1 or 2 of our photographs turns out looking nicely. Rather, we're going to apply a very careful composition to our photographs. Another advantage that digital photography has over film photography is the ability to make adjustments to our photographs after we've taken them, post-processing. While post-processing can be a big advantage for us, it's important not to develop an I'll fix it in Photoshop mentality. We need to get it right in the camera. Okay, the 3rd and final principle for learning photography is having fun over gathering accolades. Social media makes it really easy for us to post our photographs on the internet and get almost instant feedback from friends and family. Well, this can be a great motivational tool for us. We need to remember not to get caught up in that and focus on the intrinsic value that we get from taking photographs and let that be our guiding motivator. Okay, so you've heard my 3 principles for photography. We have a foundation or a building blocks for learning photography. I encourage you to check out my next video on composition. Thanks.